Hello everyone, my name is Vince. Welcome to Yin Yoga. For this class, you'll need your props like bolsters and blocks. Please come into a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Feel the grounding of the parts of your body touching the mat. Feel the elongation of the spine, the expansion. Whatever the weather, nature manages to be resilient, manages to adapt, to recover and grow. As we sit here, we remind ourselves that we are resourceful, flexible, that we find ways and we constantly adapt. We have all sat here to practice, to improve ourselves. That is the spirit of hope, of believing that we can improve every day a little. Give yourself credit for rolling up your mat, for pressing that play button on this video, for showing up and giving your body, your organs, your system this opportunity to heal, recover, and improve. I would invite you to please set an intention for your practice and keep that intention in your heart as we journey together in this Yin practice. Can you please place the soles of your feet in front of you? If the ankles are giving you a bit of pain there, you can support your ankles with additional cushions like a towel, a blanket, or maybe even a flat pillow. As you create this diamond shape with your legs, your heels do not have to be too close to the groin. You can actually measure 2 hands in between the heels and the groin. If there's a big gap in between the mat and your knees, you can grab a prop. It can be 2 blocks, ideally of the same height, or even 2 bolsters. Or you can place a bolster crosswise to support both knees. And then try to grab another prop or more props that will support your forehead as we fold forward and down. So make sure that the bones of your legs are supported. And as we fold forward, we will also support the bones of our upper body, our forehead. If you want to, you can also try to have a bit of space in between both soles of your feet. You can place your prop there to support your head. Feel free to add props wherever your body stops. That is your edge, the first tenet of this practice. So you don't need to force yourself to come down. You don't need to pull. You don't need to push. Just accept what the body is giving you right now and watch the sensations. Observe your mind and emotions. Notice your breath. Bring your awareness to the digestive organs. Try to imagine how your digestive organs are receiving a bit of a massage as we fold forward. Notice as well the decompression, the tension in the lower back, maybe middle back and shoulders. Do you also feel stress on the hips, maybe the inner leg or the outer leg? Try to notice the sensations and direct your breath compassionately to those areas of tension. Try to soften and relax the body. We want to have minimal muscular engagement in all of the poses. We want to quiet down our muscles so that the shapes are able to benefit our deeper aspects. Where else can you introduce softness? How else can you achieve stillness sustainably? As we wait and watch for time. From our butterfly shape, folded forward, we will try to move laterally to face the right side. So can you transfer your props towards the middle of the right shin? And then we'll slowly fold forward. Again, bring your awareness to your digestive organs. Try to notice how we're able to massage different systems now. Feeling a bit of an expansion, a stretch on the left side, and a bit more of a compression on the right side. Continue to just notice your breath. Continue to feel the sensations in your body. Continue to scan your body and try to catch yourself where you are holding unnecessary tension. Where else can you introduce relaxation and softness? Where else can you lower the volume of the intensity at which you were thinking of coming into the poses? Where else can you introduce kindness, compassion to your body? Just try to feel and observe the stillness of being in this present moment. The present moment is where we have the power to change our lives. The present moment is where we can truly live and experience life. In each present moment, we are given opportunities to choose, and we can choose consciously, or we can just unconsciously allow life to happen to us. When we are mindless in each present moment, we are unaware of our gifts, our strengths. It's like we are on autopilot. But when we are more mindful in each present moment, we are able to act from a point of strength, with a strong foundation, with grounding, and with a centered being. Can you notice the mind relaxing? Can you take an inhale, and can you energize your hands? We'll slowly prop ourselves up. Can you place a block on your right side? Can you try to lean on the right side? Lean your elbow, your forearm. And then can you try to side bend to the right and maybe place your right hand behind the right ear. Maybe you can lift your left arm up, place the left hand behind the left ear. If your left sit bone is lifting off the mat, you can come a bit more, bring the right elbow closer to your body. Now notice how we're giving a nice stretch on the whole left side of your body. Imagine the organs, the systems, all being stretched on the left side. And imagine the compression, the squeeze that is happening on the whole right side of your body. Notice and feel the stretch, not just on the upper body, but in the lower body as well, in the legs, as we continue to open up the tissues on your inner legs. Continue to open up the hips. In Yin Yoga, we are applying acupressure on your energy meridians. And as we stay here, applying long static holds, we are bringing harmony into these energy points of our body. The gallbladder meridian on the sides of the body, the liver and kidney meridians on the inner legs. These parts of our body that are being nourished by the tugging, by the good stress that we are applying on our tissues. Notice your breath. Notice the sensations in your body. Notice how we're able to relax and destimulate our overstimulated nervous system. We cherish this slow practice. Notice if it's too much for your left shoulder, you can just release your left arm out to the sides or place the left arm behind you. Continue your slow, steady breaths. On your next breath, we'll slowly come up, place the hands on each side, lean back. We release the pose. Allow our body to heal, keep the legs as they are. Can you keep your right hand behind you? Place the left hand on top of the right knee and we'll gently gaze towards the right shoulder, coming into a twist. Again, being aware of the massage happening in the digestive system with each breath. Also, how we're able to touch on the tissues of your back. This is very good in detoxifying. A very good way to do a cleanup in our systems, in our tissues. When we wash laundry, we squeeze and twist so that the dirt will come out. The same goes for our tissues. We allow stagnated fluids to flow into our bloodstream. Maybe this slow practice can remind us of the beauty of simplicity and what's essential in our lives. There's beauty in minimalism. It doesn't have to be too complicated. or too grandiose to live a good life. Sometimes there's joy in the basics of love, kindness, family, harmony, and peace. See if you can continue to elongate the spine. See if you can soften the face, soften the neck, relax the shoulders. Just release what wants to be released from your body. It could be gas, it could be feelings, emotions. Just continue to relax, continue to soften. We don't always have to be burdened by our overactive minds that feed us a lot of needs, that make us want to do so much stuff. We can also live our lives with the mind quiet, still. More is not always better. There's also that peaceful happiness with contentment. Contentment with our breath, with our life. Appreciating what we have instead of constantly thinking of what we do not have. Take an inhale. Slowly, as you exhale, we're going to face our torso in front and towards the left shin. Can you place your prop on the middle of your left shin, in front of the left shin, and then we'll slowly come down, rest our forehead with as many props as you need. Feel the stress, the release of tension on the right side of your body. Try to relax, try to soften. This slow practice can be exactly the medicine that you need as you were intuitively led to practice. Notice how as you practice, you're able to also release negativity from within. Negativity is like gas. We need to release it, have an outlet so that we can get rid of it.
And it's important to skillfully find ways to release so that we don't release it to people closest to us, to those who don't have anything to do with the negativity. Imagine the stomach organs receiving the squeeze, the stretch on different sides. There's a good way to self-massage our digestive organs. We do not really press our stomach to massage. But these ways of bending, of twisting, of stretching are a good way not just to improve the health of our tissues on the outer level, but also deep within. Take a breath. Slowly energize your hands. Walk the hands closer to you. Can you place that block on the left side? You can lean on that block. You can bend the left elbow. Place your left hand behind the left ear. If you're collapsing and falling to the sides, you can bring the left elbow closer to your body. And then can you lift your right arm up? Place the right hand behind the head. Try to lean back. And feel the stretch on the right side of your body. When we are more mindful, we are also most of the time more responsible. More responsible for ourselves and our own happiness. When we are mindless, we tend to outsource our happiness, our self-confidence through validation of others. Our self-esteem through our connections. But mindfulness should try to help us draw these from within. Be 100% responsible for our happiness, for our confidence, for how much we like ourselves. What sensations can you notice on this full body stretch? If it's too much for the right shoulder, you can slowly bring down the right arm, place the right arm beside you or behind you. Try to relax your face. Try to relax the neck. Continue to notice your breath. When we are more mindful, we can observe the patterns of how our mind is operating. Sometimes you'll notice our mind just keeps on playing and replaying past events, or planning the future in circles. That just makes us feel worse, more scared, more worried. We can try to replace that with positive thoughts of appreciating the present moment, being grateful for being alive, connecting the present moment with our goals, our dreams, knowing that we are limitless, that we are competent, that we are strong within. If your right arm, your right hand is behind the head, you can slowly lift that right arm up. If the right arm is behind you, you can slowly place that right hand beside you, behind you, as you gently lean back, as we release this pose. You can do a gentle back bend. Can you keep your left hand behind you? Place the right hand on top of the left knee. And we'll gently gaze towards the left shoulder, coming into a twist. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Stress, adversities, and obstacles also have lessons that they teach us. They teach us to be resilient, to problem solve. It teaches us to stand up when we fall. A lot of things that we learned ever since we were an infant, whenever we fell, when we were learning to walk, we just stood up. Imagine a child who quit, thinking that since the child has never walked before, the child can never learn how to walk. Imagine that self-limiting belief.
But naturally, the child has this fighting spirit, this courage to just try with the help and encouragement of parents. And we just continue to stand up until it becomes natural for us. And sometimes we take for granted walking, but before it seemed like it was impossible until we proved to ourselves that it was not. Feel the sensations in your body. Practice compassion and patience within yourself. It's always good to have this unconditional love for ourselves. That whatever happens, we accept ourselves. And just like a child, we just laugh, cry, and move on. Forgiving our playmates, forgiving life. Not harboring any ill feeling. Just continuing to live the present moment each day. On your next breath, we'll slowly face front. Try to help your knees come up. Use your hands. Do this gently because we were here for quite a long time. Slowly bring the knees together. And then just hug the knees. And rest your head on top of the knees. Allow your spine to round. You can bring the feet closer as you hug yourself more. Slowly extend your legs. Place your hands on the mat. You can shake the legs. Just release the legs here. Maybe you can step the feet wide apart, windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Can you try to grab 2 blocks? Can you place those blocks behind you like a letter T? Now the block that is lengthwise and closer to you, the lowest part of that block will support you in your middle spine. So for the ladies, that is your bra strap. Your bra strap will land on the low corner of the block closer to you. For the guys, it's below the nipple area. And the block that is away from you will be supporting your head. So you can select the height of the block. It can be the lowest height, the middle height, maybe even the lowest height. You can also place a towel or a blanket on top of the block closer to you. Now, can you extend your left leg? Can you try to bend the right knee, bring the right ankle closer to the right thigh? So we were in an external rotation for a long time. Now notice how the right leg is in this internal rotation. Slowly see if you can come down on your forearms. You can do this trial and error multiple times. See if you're fully supported with that block on the shoulder blades. See if you can find stability for the upper body as well as the head. And then your arms can either be beside you like a letter T or up and overhead. So wherever it feels comfortable, wherever you are not collapsing,
Feel the stretch this time in the whole front of your belly, how this benefits really digestion, all of the poses that we have been doing. And here in this half saddle pose, we're able to energize your stomach and spleen meridian that runs through the front of your thighs and towards the front of your body. Just continue to breathe. What sensations can you feel right now? Perhaps stress on the right ankle, on the right knee, tension in front of the right thigh, openness on the chest as we strengthen the spine. You might feel also space on the shoulders, on the arms. Direct your breath to all of these areas. Continue to breathe and relax. Self-mastery is the ability to manage ourselves, our emotions, our feelings, our mind, and how we react. And this should be fully within our control. It's one of the few things in life that we can have the ability to consciously control. Everything else outside of us is beyond our control. Slowly bring the arms beside you. Energize the left forearm. We'll slowly and gently try to come down on the left side as we gently extend the right leg. And then we lie down on our back. We rest the spine, extend our legs. We allow our body to heal. We allow our tissues to rebound. We just breathe. And try to cherish this moment. Getting to know ourselves. Learning how to master ourselves. And try to focus on our inner resources and inner life. Can you slowly now step your feet on the mat and windshield wiper the knees from side to side? Can you extend your legs? Bring the legs together. Bring the arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice long stretch. And then bend your knees. Allow the knees to come down on the right side. Come into a fetal position. And when you're ready, we'll use our left arm to push our body to come up. And then we'll set up the blocks again, like a letter T. You're free to choose the height of the block. General cue would be using the middle height of your block. But if you want the lowest height, if you want to place a bolster on top of your prop, if it felt too hard or too harsh, be compassionate and kind to your body. You can also place softer props behind you. So again, the lowest part of the block that is near you, your bra strap will land on it, or for the guys, below the nipple area. And the block that is away from you will be supporting your head. Can you extend the right leg? Can you bend the right knee? Try to bring bend the left knee and bring the left ankle closer to the left hip. It doesn't really matter where your toes are pointed. They can be pointing towards the back or towards the side. It will really depend on your anatomy. Just do what is and what does not feel injurious. You can place a blanket or a towel under the feet and see if you can slowly come down. You can do this trial and error until you feel support and stability. So rest the middle back, upper back on the block as well as the head. Notice if the neck is soft, if it is stiff and hard, it means that it is trying to exert effort. It is engaged because it needs a bit more support. The head needs a bit more support, so you can try to fix that support for the head. You can lift the head and then bring the arms out to the sides or up and overhead. Wherever it feels beneficial. However the pose serves you. For most, there will be healthy stress to open up the left ankle and try to lubricate the left ankle. There would also be stress on the left knee, applying this full bend, this full flexion on the left knee to improve its health. There should also be stress in front of your body, particularly on the left side, the left quads, and the belly is being stretched. You'll notice it flat. You'll notice the chest being opened up, the rib cage, our respiratory system, allowing us to breathe in a more open manner. Continue to notice your breath. Continue to direct loving kindness and compassion on areas where you're feeling tension.
And just continue to breathe. Continue to observe. Continue to notice the different parts of ourselves. The part of ourselves that feels, the part of ourselves that thinks, the part of ourselves that judges. Be conscious and observe these different parts of ourselves. And the mere fact that you can observe them and notice them means that you are above them. You are not your mistakes. You are not the stupid things that we have all done before. You're not the past. You are more. Try to be conscious of this person that you are and appreciate the beauty and the power of knowing who you really are. This is part of the process of mastering ourselves. Every day, we improve a little bit. Every day we progress. Every day we become happier. We feel better. We feel calmer. We feel more rejuvenated, more at peace. Not on one single session, not working too hard on it, but just allowing everything to unfold at the right time. Not grasping, not struggling. Just letting things be. We'll slowly energize the right forearm. We'll gently and carefully fall down on the right side. We'll extend our legs. And then carefully remove the props from behind us so that we can lie down on our back. And we rest the tissues of our legs. We rest our spine. We rest our body. Can you please bend your knees, hug the knees to the chest? Can you bring your arms out to the sides like a letter T and allow the knees to gently come down on the right side? We come into a reclined twist. You can gaze towards the left shoulder. Notice your breath. Again, notice the massage happening in your digestive organs. Feel and experience what is going on in the present moment. In the body, in our heart, in our mind.
Notice the space that you have created in your body. Notice how, as you released negative emotions, how you've been able to drain your mind and your heart of the negativity. Continue to breathe. Long, steady breaths. Continue to fill your lungs. Expand your lungs. Slowly bring the arms beside you. Bring the knees back to center. Hug the knees to the chest. And then we'll gently allow the knees to come down on the left side as we bring our arms out to the sides and gaze towards the right shoulder. Continue to breathe. Continue to discover areas where softness can be introduced and injected. See how, with calmness, we are in better control of ourselves. This calmness is like a muscle that we need to exercise and strengthen as we travel in this lifelong journey of self-mastery. It may never happen 100%, but for sure we will learn about ourselves along the way. Slowly bring the arms beside you, bring the knees back to center, hug the knees to the chest, and then please extend your legs, have your feet as wide as the mat, your arms beside you, your palms facing up. Take a rest in awareness in your Savasana. Can you bring awareness and consciousness back into your body? Can you take a deep breath? Can you kindly introduce little movements to your fingers and toes? Can you also rotate your ankles and wrists? Can you gently move your head from side to side? Can you bring your arms up overhead, bring the legs together, point the toes, allow your rib cage to flare as you give yourself a nice long stretch and expansion. Can you bend your knees, step the feet on the mat, and allow the knees to come down on the left side? Can you use your left arm as your pillow? Come into a fetal position. Allow your spine to round. Can you use your right hand and slowly push your body to come up? You will face front. To seal our practice,